Hello guys. Hi everyone. Hi. Hello guys, I'm Malika and today we are going to be making a mandala, a very colorful one. So yeah, let's wait for a few seconds for people to join and then we're gonna start. Please let me know if I'm audible and visible clearly. Hi. Hi guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Completely audible. Thank you so much, Devyank. Hi. Okay, great. I can see that we have 30 people with us, 34 to be exact. Okay. Yeah, I can see a few questions as well. So we'll be answering the questions while during the session and also after we have completed the art piece. Okay, and after that we'll be answering some few more questions. By the time you can also keep asking your questions in the question box if that is fine, so that I can have a track of all the questions that you are asking. Okay. So hi once again, I'm Malika and you can find me on my account Doodlesaurus. So yeah, I basically make variety of art forms, I would say, mandalas, paintings, journaling and all of that, and you can find all of that on my account, to be honest. And other than that, currently I'm studying designing, that is UI UX designing. So yeah, let's start then. We have 33 people with us. I'll just turn my camera. We can start. Okay. So here are a few items that I'll show you first what we are going to be using. Okay. So if you can see your name again, it's Malika. So we have a few brush markers. These are from Karen Markers. Okay, we'll be using it at the end. We need basic supplies for mandala that we use: some fine liners, pencil, a compass with another pencil that I have, a scale and a protractor. And I'm using MENORAH's gouache pad 240 GSM drawing paper today. You can use any paper that is above 120 GSM for mandalas and for coloring with brush pens. Okay, so let me just begin. Okay, so I'll just remove these. Let's start then. I am going to add my account here and pin it. Okay, if you guys would like to check it out. Yeah, so let's start. I'll be using the paper and portrait. Okay, so let's start. First of all, what we're going to do is find the center of the page. So I'm using a longer scale for this purpose. Okay. So let's see, this is exactly to be 14.6 centimeters. So the midpoint of that would be 7.3 if I'm not wrong. Okay, 7.3 I've marked here, and similarly on the top as well, 7.3. I'm going to join this. Okay, I'll draw it this side if it is fine, because people will be commenting, and if it is not visible, I'll draw it at the top of the screen. So now we are going to measure this center line and draw a midpoint for this. So this is exactly 21 centimeter. Okay, so that would be 10.5 Yeah, here. So now we have the center of the circle, of the page. I'm using my protractor. Sorry, my compass. So sorry. Yeah, and I'll be making circles. Now these circles can be random, or if you like to have everything very symmetrical, so you can make it at like 1 centimeter, then 2 centimeter, and so on. So I make it randomly. You can choose to do it as you like. Another thing that I like to do is keep a border for each circle. So if I'm making one circle, I like to keep another circle just a little bigger than it. Okay, so like this. Next I'm going to add, so this will be a 3-layer mandala. What I mean by it, you will be able to see it in a few minutes. Yeah. I am making a mandala, but we're not adding much details to it for this session. This time we are only adding colors. Okay, so we have second, and then this will be the first layer, this will be the second layer, and this will be a third layer. Okay, next we'll take this as our center and draw one on top of this. Sorry, this as our center. We'll draw a random circle on top of this. Okay, and same thing we'll be doing at the bottom as well. So we'll take this as our center and we will draw a circle here. Okay, similarly reduce the diameter by a little bit and repeat the same thing again here too. Okay, sorry. Okay, similarly reduce it a little bit more and add a third layer. Okay, and here too. Now as I have done here, I'll be adding another chota circle here, and similarly here as well, same diameter. So we have a symmetric mandala grid. Now next thing we'll be doing is get your protractor and mark angles here. Now how do we mark angles? Since this is a smaller circle, I'll be keeping the gap for 20 degrees. Now if you make a bigger circle, you can keep it to 10 degrees or 5 degrees, that's up to you, because the more details you'll have, there'll be lesser space for the designs in the first, second and third layer. So since this is already a smaller mandala, I'll be keeping the angles for 20 degrees each. Okay, so we'll mark at 0, then at 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160 and 0 again. Okay, now you can do the same thing below as well. This is an optional step. Many people like directly use the above grid as only, but to keep it very symmetrical and to keep it neat and tidy, I like to do it both ways. 80, 100, 120, 140, 160 and similarly. Okay, now we will be connecting these angles. So this is the center, and make sure each line is passing through the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so you can see how we have a perfect grid here. These are for 20 degrees each. Okay, and since we have this line in the middle, so this is 10 and 10. Okay, now you have to repeat the same thing for this and this as well. So let's do that. Okay, so 10, 20, sorry, 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160 and 180. Now just to be sure, I'm just checking if we can make another angle here. So yeah, we can. 20 and here 160. Okay, now let's join them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You see these two will join together. I hope I'm clear with what I'm doing. If you guys are not understanding anything that I'm saying, please feel free to ask. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, so we have the grid for this top mandala, and similarly we'll repeat it for this one. So I'm just rotating my sketch pad. I will make 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160 and 180. And again, because we know it is symmetrical, so there will be another angle here as well. This is for 20 and this is for 160. Now let's join them again. Very simple steps for making a mandala grid. I learned this, I think, around in 2019. So yeah. Again, you can ask questions. So once we are done with this, the next step would be to start making the patterns. If you guys have made a mandala before, you know what I'm doing, right? For new people who do not know, this might be a little different, but it's not tough, to be honest. So I have a few fine liners with me. So this is not a fine liner, sorry. So I have 3 with me. These two are very similar, and this is 0.3. Okay, so I'll be using 0.3 marker fine liner first for the outer detail, and for the inner detail we'll be using a 0.05. Let me zoom in now. Okay. Okay, so if you are a beginner, I would suggest that please make whatever I'm making right now with a pen, with a pencil, because we have very limited time, so I cannot do it with pencil and then with fine liner. so I'm directly starting with the fine liner right now. But if you are new to this, do use a pencil first. You'll be better at practicing with it. Okay, so first we're going to make very simple patterns. These are the basic patterns of mandala. Okay, so very basic and very easy to make. These are basically like flower petals. I think we have a question here. Where you keep sheets removed from gouache pads? So well, to answer that, I keep them in a file. Pehle I used to do that, I used to keep it here only, but later on, because it was becoming a little difficult to manage, so I started keeping it in my folders of files that I have. Now we are repeating the same thing on the second layer, and for everyone who's new joining in here, hello and thank you for tuning in. We are making a mandala here today, and I'm Malika. I have penned down my username if you want to check out my work. And I hope you're enjoying. Okay. So even if you are not drawing with me, you can just watch. I think that's also nice. It might be a little bit of slow process, but you can see like what you see on the reels. That's like a very fast forwarded version, and this is the real speed, I would say. Also, if you are an artist who's joining in, please comment down, say hi, what's your name, and say what you make and all that. It would be good to know new people. Okay, so for the second layer we'll be doing a little bit different. What we're going to do is, since this was a petal kind of shape, we'll be rounding it off here. Okay, so what I mean is like this. Just like this, reverse U shape you can say. Now here I can say कि हम यहाँ पर, we can also make it here. Okay. This is just for a little bit of guidelines. Yeah. Done. Now for the second layer, we'll be repeating it. Now this will be a little bigger pattern, because the gap is for 20 degrees each, no? So this is 20 and this is 20, so that makes 40 degrees here. Okay. This one I've done very randomly. Might be I have not landed at the right place. That's okay. So here we have the mandala for this side, and similarly we'll be repeating it for the other side. Okay, so you know the drill by now, what we're going to be doing. I hope there was a way to fast forward on reels as well, sorry, on lives as well, because it might get boring sometime. So yeah, again I would be saying, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I can see new people joining in. Hello guys. Thank you once again for tuning in, and do write down your questions below, or if you have anything that you would like to share. Okay. Now only the circle part is left. So you have two options again. You can free-handedly do it, or you can use your compass. Not all compass can fit pens and fine liners, but this one can, so I will be using it. Okay, the other one, sorry. I'll use this one. This one will fit. Very carefully I am making a circle. Yeah. And here too. And I'll repeat it with this. You can also free-handedly do this again, but this makes it perfectly, so I like to use the compass. And well, I bought it for that purpose, so I think I should use it for that purpose too. Okay, so next we are going to be using our 0.05 pointer to make the inside boundaries of the pattern. Now this is an optional step, but I would highly recommend you all to do it, because you can see it will make a lot of difference in your patterns when you like finish it, no? It will. Now again, today we are not making a very detailed mandala, but if you guys like, you can add a few patterns in and use the colors for rest, or like completely leave the colors out too. That also works. So you can see abhi it might not be looking like very pretty, but you will see the difference this inner boundary lining does to the mandala. If you just leave it till here, na, I think it is, in my opinion by the way, it looks very messy, but once you make this boundary line, it is very clear and looks detailed, very neat, and yeah, I like to do this. So yeah, let me know what are your views for this. What do you think? Do you think this makes a difference, or do you guys like to directly make the patterns on it and not make a second boundary? Also ये करने से you will get a little bit of more practice for making mandalas and patterns like very freely. Abhi, see, even right now I am rotating my sketch pad a little bit, but once you practice now, you might not even rotate it that much. You can make it in just one side, you know. So I'm doing it for the whole mandala. I like to keep it neat. Yeah. Drawings by Deepu. Thank you so much for agreeing. I thought I was the only one who thinks this way. But it does make the mandala very neat. If you're making patterns, it makes it even neater. Which pen are you using? So there are many different fine liners that I use. Currently, the one that I'm using, these are from Oitra. These are Graphmaster pigment liners. Other than that, I use Faber-Castell, and there's this brand Jags Stationery. Their pens are also great. And I have also used Bristol's fine liner, but that happened a long time ago. I started with I would say CD markers. Those are very dark, by the way. When I was just starting out, I used to use CD markers. Later on, I started using Luxure fine liners. Those are colored ones. And then I also tried Brustro. They are nice. Brustro is good, but on a longer run, I don't know about them because mine dried out very quickly. And some even leaked. So I don't know if I like them so much. But they are a good alternative, but you can find affordable and better markers too. And it's not just about the brand. You can use whatever fits you. So yeah. Currently I am using Faber-Castell, Oitra and Jack Stationeries. These all three, I use them very frequently, I would say. Let's see, there's one pattern that I've left out. Okay. Okay, so we have the outer grid ready. Now we are ready to fill in the colors. My favorite part. But before we fill in colors, sorry, we're going to remove the pencil lines. So this can be done with a kneadable eraser as well. But if you do not want to buy another set of erasers or anything like that, you can use a simple eraser. With kneadable erasers, what I have generally seen, the fine liners do not wear off with this erasing part. With others, it is a little bit common. You can see abhi bhi thoda sa na the lines are fading. I think that's fine because we'll be filling in colors only. So that will work. So once the pencil mark is out, you'll see how beautiful it looks. I actually love my work, so you can have your own opinion. It's fine. And colors, so today I'll be using brush markers. You can use whichever kind of colors you like. Brush markers I prefer because for, I would say, two reasons. First, though, they are pigmented and they can fill in very easily. And second part would be because there are quicker to fill in. If you use paint or anything else, so you need water, you need paintbrush, you need this and that. Everything you need to keep with yourself. Paints, obviously. So if not that, so you can, that's why I prefer using brush markers. So we have a question. What's that? Please repeat the name of the eraser. This is a normal eraser that I'm using. This is Apsara ka eraser. What I was talking about was kneadable erasers. They are more very elasticy, so they are, you can change their shape by just pressing it. I think I have that here. Yeah. This is a kneadable eraser. If you like sketching or anything like that, I think you can use this. You might be knowing also what this is. Just a second. There's some problem with the holder. So this eraser can, you can change the shape. This is what I was talking about, kneadable erasers. This is from Faber-Castell. This is a good one. I got it for just 55 rupees. Okay, so now comes everybody's favorite part, coloring. So if to begin with, I should have said this in the beginning as well. When you start making the grid with pencil, make sure it is lightly made, because if not, तो उसके pencil marks निकालने थोड़े मुश्किल हो जाते हैं. Okay. So today we will be using Carin markers. You can also use Dome's ka markers, that are also very good. I started with them only. They are amazing and very affordable, and I love those too. But abhi mere paas सामने यही थे, तो I will be using these. Now let's start. I'll be using yellow color first. I love making these, coloring reels. You can find them on my account very easily. Looks so satisfying. Erasing lines is the next level effort. I know, right? And when the lines fade, I hate that part. Sometimes just for that reason, I use a very, broader nib pen, so that doesn't fade away that much. So I love coloring my mandalas with brush markers. You can see why. Your IG username. Hi, I have pinned that down below. It's Doodlesaurus, and my name is Malika. Hi, ma'am. कैसे हो आप? So filling in colors is like my favorite thing to do. Sometimes, even when I'm bored or something like that, I do this. I have a coloring book as well. Actually I also launched my own coloring book, but didn't get much sales, so I closed them down again. But yeah, they were very nice. I kept 1 or 2 of those books with me only, because I love coloring. Next, I'm using this shade Pale Orange. Okay, so you can use any colors, it's fine. कोई भी random color चलेगा. Now, the reason why I asked you all to have a a larger GSM paper is because if you have that, your colors won't leak out. See, nothing. Your work is too good, ma'am. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is why you should always use higher GSM papers. They are a bit of, you can say, investment. And MENORAH Stationery has amazing range of papers. I use MENORAH for almost all my artworks. Almost all. They have so many wide ranges. Not just for, sketching, for painting and calligraphy and so much more. Sorry, I won't be taking in any live joining request. You can ask your questions or anything you have in the comment section. I thought this color would be a little dark, but that's fine. It looks like very similar to the ones I have already colored. Chalo, it's okay, who cares? It looks pretty, that's all matters, right? Okay, so second layer also done. Now next के लिए I'm using red orange. Which tripod are you using? So this is not a tripod, this is a mobile holder. If you like, I would link it. By the end of the live session, I'll show you the holder. So I have like 3 of these, not this exactly, but I have 3 phone holders. I do not use tripods. I used them once, but they don't serve the purpose for which I bought them. So tripods are generally for people who like to create content for hands free on, like basically for your face and that content. But what I do is I need to keep looking at the work that I'm doing. So even now when I'm sitting, I am making this, I can also read your comments. So that is why I like the phone holder that I'm using, and it's much better than tripod, I feel. I did use a tripod once. I had a sasta wala, but that broke down in 2 or 3 months. So if you are investing in buying any of these supplies for making content or anything on Instagram or for recording purpose, invest in good things. That's my biggest lesson that I've learned, be it for art supplies or for anything else. So all the sasta wala I bought na, tripod or stands or all that, they are not of much use now because most of them are broken or do not work properly. But this one was a bit expensive than the other, but it is a great investment. I love using these. So I'll even possible I'll share the link also if you would like. You can message me on my Instagram, I'll share the link. And this also doesn't shake. बिल्कुल भी shake नहीं करता. This is the best part about this phone holder. So I have 3 phone holders. One is the one that I'm using. Second is this one. So this is for close-up shots that I use. And the third one is a bit broken, so I can't show you. But the one that I'm currently using, this was the highest amount I paid for a phone holder or something like that. But this is also the best one that I have. This is kind of therapeutic if you try it yourself. People many people think that mandalas are very easy to make. Might be for you if you haven't tried, but for those who make, they know it's It's challenging, and just not for the reason because you have to use grids and all that, but I love making new patterns, and when I'm stuck now, I'll just go back to my older ones. But I love making new patterns, and there are like endless possibilities for you to make patterns in mandalas. Endless, you can make anything. So today, as I have mentioned earlier also, we are making just a normal colored mandala. I remember once for my previous live on MENORAH, I did make a detailed one. Oh, I have it here. I'll show you. This is the one I made last time when I came live on MENORAH Stationery. This is the one I made. This is the calligraphy pad. I'll show you at the end of the session. I love the calligraphy pads. They are beautiful. And if you are a beginner, you should definitely get these calligraphy pad. They are so good for, I don't know about calligraphy, but they are great for mandalas. I love making the patterns on them, and I just make anything I like. Symmetry वगैरह तो मैं भूल जाती हूँ कभी-कभी. So peaceful to make, because you don't have to make grids, you just have to make the patterns, and sometimes grid making can be very boring, and you want to make mandalas for making the patterns, not the grid, right? So if you like making just the patterns and not the grid, you can definitely try the calligraphy pad. I love using this. So today we are making a colorful mandala. Maybe some other day we'll be making some patterned mandalas. I'm using the same color for the other side as well. Also, these Karen markers are water based, so if you don't like just using brush pens or brush markers, you can use water and blend in and give some texture to the inner patterns as well. If you like using watercolors, then I actually fear watercolors. Whenever I have used watercolors, I've always destroyed my artwork. So I very rarely use them, and when I use them, it's always a disaster. Very rarely it comes out beautifully. But if you like using watercolor, you can try it out. And these are water based, so it will look beautiful. We are almost done. Just one more pattern left. Now I'm confused about the second layer. Should I add shades of yellow, orange, or should I add a new different color, blue? I'm thinking of going for blue. What do you think? Blue or not blue? Blue? This is turquoise, by the way. I think we should go for it. I know watercolors are difficult to handle, but some people do it so effortlessly. It looks so beautiful, and I want to try watercolors, but whenever I do, it's a disaster. So I try to stay away from them. But when I'm in experimental mood, I try all mediums. To be honest, if you see on my account now, I have used almost all mediums, I would say. Kuch bache hain, which I will definitely try. But I love using poster colors. I love painting. I love gouache colors. I love mandalas, obviously. I like, and journaling is like, what do you say, it's my favorite thing to do. Journaling ऐसी चीज़ है ना, like anybody can do it, and it's so easy and it's so relaxing. I think all art forms are very relaxing. Art itself is very relaxing. But yeah, my favorites are poster colors, mandalas and journaling. और क्या यूज़ किया मैंने? I have used watercolors, acrylic भी यूज़ किया है. I have used different mediums, like on different mediums, paper, canvas, MDF boards. What else? Coasters. Yeah, many things. I like to try out new things. And that is the reason if you go on to my account now, you'll find different thing. Abhi to recently I've restarted my account, I would say. For some time I wasn't posting. But yeah, I love using different mediums. Beach mein I even started sketching a lot. So sketching mein, the problem with me is I can only sketch if I have a reference with me. I cannot sketch free-handedly anything that comes to my mind like that. I have to have a reference in front of me, and I can only sketch if I have a reference, pure reference. And if it is a already made sketch, that's even better. But yeah, I have sketched also, but I've tried live sketching also. That did not work out well, but I still try. We're almost done here. A few more left, and then the center will be left. And then we can wind up the session. So we have, the session has been going on for an hour, I think now. I've tried to keep it as entertaining as I can, but if you did like it, so you can visit my page. And I'll be coming live again very soon, and maybe I'll make a detailed mandala then, or maybe journaling, or maybe anything that you guys would like to see. Any sketchbook recommendation for black and white mandalas? Sketchbook, yeah, there is this spiral sketchbook that I use from MENORAH Stationery only. So they have a A5 sketchbook. It's a spiral one, portrait. It's really good. Pages are really thick. I think it's around 180 GSM. You can message me. I'll send you the link for that. Sorry, a picture. I don't have the link. I'll look for the link if I can get it. So soothing to watch the coloring process. Thank you. I love coloring. Actually, it's even more soothing to color it. So for the center, I'm using violet blue. I just love session. I'm doing it with you. Oh, that's great. I would love to see the final piece. If you share it on your Instagram, do tag me and MENORAH Stationery. I would love to share it. Many people send those reels na, jahan pe they fill in the colors and just leave a little bit of like this. I hate such reels. I have to finish it. Centers are kind of my favorite. थोड़ा सा difficult भी होता है center पे color करना because you cannot see beyond your pen ना. But these are the most soothing ones. You can see why I love MENORAH Stationery products. They are so good and so smooth to work on. And you can see no bleeding at all. देख लो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. You cannot even see what colors I've used पीछे. And so irritating when people, the paper leaks and the color gets on the other page, like another page wasted. That's what I think. So yeah, we are done. This is the last one that we're coloring. Thank you guys. So you can see the finished work. I'll show it to you. So this is the finished work. Okay, so I'll just turn back my camera. And yeah, for the person who was asking for my phone holder, this is the one that I use. So you can attach it to your table here and film at any angle you like any angle. Basically, you can turn it and make a landscape video as well. It's a great one. You can message me on Instagram. I'll send you the link for this. It's not sponsored. I wish it was, but it's not. So yeah, and another thing that I was showing you was my calligraphy pad that I used for making mandalas. So you can see this is my recently made mandalas. This is very free-handedly made. I just use my pencil and pen to make it. Nothing else. Not even a not even a scale or anything. So this is MENORAH's calligraphy pad. It's great. Trust me, it is great. And if you want to practice, this is the best product you can have. So these three I've made very recently. So if you want to, even after coloring now, you can add patterns to it. It will look beautiful. So if you want to try, you can do that as well. So yeah, and for here I have used kneadable erasers to remove the lines. Okay, so yeah, and this was another one from the calligraphy pad. I don't know why I tear off this page. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the session, and this is what we made. Looks beautiful. You can even add patterns. It will look even more beautiful. I'll try if I can add more patterns to it. So yeah, that was it. If you have any questions, you can ask it here, or we'll be ending the session in the next 5 minutes. We have a live request. Sorry, I won't be accepting the live request as of now. I'll be just winding up the session and finishing it in the next 5 or 6 minutes. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead. And you can follow me for more art content on Doodlesaurus. And yeah, that was it. And today we have used MENORAH's gouache pads for this artwork that we did. It is 240 GSM drawing paper. It is a beautiful one. Should definitely try it out. Love it. Or what else do we have? Yep, it's beautiful. Thank you. So that's nice. So I don't think we have any questions. And once again, thank you very much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. And even not, if not, you enjoyed watching me make the patterns. So yeah, thanks. I'll see you next time. Bye.